Anthony Davis is about to shake up the NBA in a way no one saw coming. After weeks of uncertainty, endless debates, and rising doubts, the superstar big man has just made an announcement that could change everything for the Dallas Mavericks. The timing couldn't be more intense. Just as the Mavs fight for a playoff spot, Davis is reportedly eyeing a return during their upcoming road trip. But this isn't just about playing again. It's about proving something. Proving he's still a game changer. Proving the Mavs made the right move. Proving that even after setbacks, he's still one of the league's most dominant forces. But is this the comeback the Mavericks need, or a risky gamble that could backfire? Let's dive into the story. Anthony Davis is in increasingly strong contention to return during the Mavericks' upcoming 4-game road trip. This news comes after weeks of speculation about whether Davis would even play again this season. The road trip kicks off on Monday against the Brooklyn Nets, followed by games against the New York Knicks, Orlando Magic, and Chicago Bulls. But here's the twist. Davis isn't just returning to play. He's returning to prove something. Let's rewind to February 8th when Anthony Davis made his highly anticipated debut with the Mavericks. In just 31 minutes, Davis put up a monster stat line: 26 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 blocks. The Mavericks defeated the Houston Rockets 116-105, and it seemed like Dallas had found their missing piece. But then, disaster struck. Davis suffered a left adductor strain, sidelining him indefinitely. To make matters worse, star guard Kyrie Irving tore his ACL just weeks later, leaving the Mavericks without 2 of their biggest stars.
What was just your feeling in that moment?
I think just in shock, but unfortunately, I've been in this league for a long, long time, so I've seen a lot.
Since his injury, Davis has been working tirelessly to get back on the court. He's been assigned to the Texas Legends, the Mavericks' G League affiliate, to participate in 5-on-5 practices. Davis has looked strong in these sessions, showing no signs of setbacks. Head coach Jason Kidd even called it a positive day after Davis practiced alongside fellow injured centers Derek Lively II and Daniel Gafford. While there's no official timetable for his return, the buzz is growing louder. Davis could be back as soon as Monday. The Dallas Mavericks find themselves in a precarious yet promising position as they battle for a postseason berth. Currently, they are tied with the Phoenix Suns for the 10th seed in the Western Conference, the last available spot in the NBA's play-in tournament. With the regular season winding down, every game carries immense weight, and the Mavericks' path to the playoffs is anything but easy. However, they might have a significant advantage over their closest competitor. The Suns, their direct rival for that final play-in position, are staring down the toughest remaining schedule in the league. Their upcoming games include 2 brutal matchups against the Boston Celtics, the current Eastern Conference powerhouse, along with other formidable opponents. This grueling stretch could open the door for Dallas to capitalize and surge ahead at the right moment, but making that final push will require more than just favorable scheduling. It will demand standout performances from their key players, particularly Davis. Davis's presence on the court could be the game changer Dallas desperately needs. His ability to serve as both a defensive anchor and an offensive weapon has been sorely missed. Without him, the team has struggled with rim protection, rebounding, and consistent scoring in crucial moments. His return would not only bolster the Mavericks' chances of securing wins, but also provide a morale boost to the locker room as they gear up for a high-stakes battle. And let's not forget, Davis isn't just another star. He's a 10-time NBA All-Star with a championship pedigree. He knows what it takes to perform under pressure, and he's been in high-intensity situations before. His leadership, experience, and skill set could be exactly what Dallas needs to turn their season around. If there's anyone who can guide the Mavericks to an improbable playoff push, it's him. However, not everyone is convinced this is the right move. Some analysts worry that Davis might be pushing himself too hard too soon. ESPN's Tim McMahon reported that the Mavericks training staff has urged caution, fearing a re-aggravation of the injury. If Davis returns prematurely and suffers another setback, It could have long-term consequences for both him and the team. Remember, this is the same training staff that has faced criticism for mismanaging injuries this season, including P.J. Washington's early return from an ankle sprain and Jaden Hardy's recurring ankle issues. Beyond this season, Anthony Davis's return could have major implications for the Mavericks' future, shaping not only their short-term success but also their long-term vision. Acquired in the blockbuster trade that sent Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers, Davis was expected to be the centerpiece of a new era in Dallas, one built around his defensive prowess, elite scoring ability, and championship pedigree. The franchise took a bold step in reshaping its identity, betting that Davis would not only maintain his All-NBA form, but also remain healthy enough to lead them deep into the postseason for years to come. However, injuries have long been a concern with Davis, and if this latest setback lingers or worsens, it could throw the Mavericks' future into question. A prolonged absence or recurring health issues could force the front office to reconsider their strategy, potentially leading to roster adjustments or even a complete reassessment of their championship window. The pressure is mounting, especially considering the massive trade package the Mavericks gave up to acquire him. If Davis cannot stay on the floor constantly, the deal that sent their former franchise star to Los Angeles could begin to look like a costly gamble rather than a franchise-defining move. Davis is eager to return, not just to help the Mavericks remain competitive, but also to validate the team's decision to opt for a non-surgical approach in managing his injury. If that decision proves to be the wrong one, Dallas could be staring at an even steeper uphill battle, not only for this season, but for the foreseeable future. A worst-case scenario might leave the Mavericks in a precarious position, scrambling to build around an injured star while facing limited flexibility in reshaping the roster. The stakes couldn't be higher, making Davis's recovery one of the most closely watched storylines in the league. Fans are divided on whether Davis should return now or wait until next season. Some argue that the Mavericks should focus on the future, especially with Kyrie Irving out for the season. Others believe Davis's return could spark a late-season surge and give the team a fighting chance in the playoffs. Meanwhile, NBA analysts are keeping a close eye on the situation. Former Lakers forward Markieff F. Morris recently weighed in, suggesting that Davis's playing style might not always mesh well with other stars, a comment that has reignited debates about his fit in Dallas. So what happens now? The Mavericks' upcoming road trip could be a make-or-break moment for their season. If Davis returns and performs at his usual elite level, Dallas could climb the standings and secure a playoff spot. But if he struggles or re-injures himself, it could spell disaster for a team already reeling from a tough season. One thing's for sure, all eyes will be on Anthony Davis as he steps back onto the court.
Minga gets a big ovation from the crowd.
And Curry's going to get one right now. Let's listen to this on a night where NBA history was made.
Stephen Curry has done it again. The Golden State Warriors star guard has become the first player in NBA history to reach 4,000 three-pointers. This remarkable achievement occurred on March 13, 2025, just one day before his 37th birthday, during a game against the Sacramento Kings at Chase Center in San Francisco.
Hit it on the number, man. It's a really cool milestone. See how far we can push this thing, but definitely a special time.
The historic moment came with 8:19 left in the third quarter. Curry received a pass from Moses Moody on the right wing, got Trey Lyles to bite on a pump fake, and fired away before DeMar DeRozan could close out. As the ball swished through the net, the crowd erupted. The Warriors went on to defeat the Kings 130-104, marking their 6th consecutive victory. Curry said, "I could feel the energy and the buzz from the beginning of the game after I made my first three. Even the second one I shot and missed, it was an adrenaline rush, and they were with me every moment of the game tonight. When that second one went in, I knew there was a lot of game left, so I tried to not get too ahead of myself. But it was a special moment to feel that energy and allow them to enjoy that milestone and accomplishment with me."
From the beginning of the game, after I made my first three, even the second one I shot and missed, like it was an adrenaline rush, and they were with me every moment of the game tonight. And when that second one went in, I knew there's a lot of game left, so I try to not get too ahead of myself. But it was a special moment to feel that energy and allow them to enjoy that milestone and accomplishment with me.
Curry's path to 4,000 three-pointers began on October 30th, 2009 at Phoenix when he made his first career three. The journey included surpassing Ray Allen's previous record of 2,973 three-pointers on December 14th, 2021 at Madison Square Garden. Since breaking Allen's record, Curry has added another 1,026 three-pointers in just 1,185 days and 221 games. Curry told ESPN, "It's a clear milestone threshold, a number that I didn't think about, that it was realistic even from 2,974, which is a number that means the most because that was the record at the time. It's beyond my wildest dreams to push a record that far." The tribute video during a timeout included a congratulatory message from former Warriors big man Andris Biedrins of Latvia, who assisted on Curry's first career three-pointer. This brought an emotional reaction from Curry. Curry said, "I actually had, I'd call it an emotional moment on the bench when I saw him. They didn't tell me that they found him and got a video message from him. That was my vet when I was here my rookie year. I would love to have quizzed our team on the bench and see if anybody knew who that was, because that was such a long time ago. Really cool to kind of think back how far I've come from the first one to 4,000, which is crazy."
I actually had I call it an emotional moment on the bench when I saw him. They didn't tell me that they found him. Got the video message from him. That was my vet when I was here, my rookie year. I would love to have quizzed our team and the bench to see if anybody knew who that was, because that was such a long time ago. And
to understand the magnitude of this milestone, consider that James Harden, who ranks second on the all-time three-pointers list, has 3,124, a staggering 876 behind Curry. Other notable three-point shooters include Ray Allen, Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, Reggie Miller, and LeBron James. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr, himself an excellent three-point shooter during his playing days, struggled to comprehend the achievement. "It's just such an obscene number," Kerr told ESPN. "It's hard to even comprehend, and who knows, maybe it'll be broken someday." Kings coach Doug Christie, who witnessed Miller's then impressive total of 2,563 pointers, expressed similar amazement. "It was with Reggie Miller, and it was like, whoa, that's out of control," Christie said before the game. The current pace suggests Curry could potentially reach 5,000 three-pointers if he plays just a few more seasons. When asked about what might come next, Kerr joked about 8,000 three-pointers, to which Curry replied, "I don't think he wants to coach that long, so don't put that pressure on him. I like a challenge."
I don't think he wants to coach that long, so don't put that pressure on me. Okay. I like a challenge.
Kerr emphasized that Curry's impact extends far beyond statistics. It's beyond the numbers. It's the fluidity and the grace. Yes, it's the audacity, but it's also the emotion and the beauty of it all. It's mesmerizing. You see his movement on the floor. He's like a ballerina out there. You're not just watching sports, you're watching art. This sentiment was echoed by Portland coach Chauncey Billups. "Steph, he's something like we've never seen. It's been fun watching his journey and watching his career and his ascension to greatness. I had the pleasure of playing with him when he was 21 years old on USA team. That was before he became this guy, which you could tell he was on his way." Dan Patrick, discussing Curry's impact on his show, said, "Steph Curry changed the game as much, if not more so, than any other player in history if you look at the direction of the sport. That's the guy. He's the compass. It points north with him."
Steph Curry changed the game as much, if not more so, than any other player in history. If you look at the direction of the sport, that's the guy. He's the compass. It points north with him.
Curry's three-point prowess is backed by numerous records that showcase both his excellence and consistency. He has led the NBA in total three-pointers, made in 8 of his 16 seasons, including his record 402 three-pointers in 2015-16, when he became the first unanimous MVP in league history. The Warriors guard has more seasons with 300-plus three-pointers than all other NBA players combined. James Harden and Klay Thompson have the only other 2 such seasons between them. Curry has made at least 1 three-pointer in 967 of his 1,010 career games, a 95.7% rate that ranks first all-time among players who have played at least 50 games.